Hello. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry I did not get the outline for yesterday up last night, but I will do that this morning when we're done here. So that outline will be going up as well as today's outline, okay? Got too busy with birthday boy things, and it was 10 o'clock before I would have had time to get it up. And it usually takes me over an hour to type it, so I figured none of you would be looking at it at that time anyways. So those are my excuses. All right. So today's lesson is the names of God. So day one with this devotion is the names of God. All right. Dear Lord, thank you for this day and thank you for this time we can come before you again. Thank you for the beautiful sunshine out there today. Thank you for the beautiful afternoon we had yesterday. And I just pray that you'll be with us today as we study your names and your characteristics that go with the names, Lord, and pray that you will help us to learn these things and put them in our hearts and have you become more real in our lives day by day. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, so the names of God. We're going to start with Matthew chapter 16, verse 13 through 17. Good morning, ladies. Matthew 16, 13 through 17. And that says, when Jesus came into the coasts of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, whom do you say that I am? I, the Son of Man, am. And they said, some say thou art John the Baptist, Elias, and others, Jeremiah, or one of the prophets. He said unto them, but whom say ye that I am? And Simon Peter answered and said, thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus answered and said unto him, blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. And then 1 John 4:3 says to 3, and every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is the spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already it is in the world. So that is our Bible memory work for this week. It's a good verse, and I understand what it's saying, but it's like worded confusedly. So it'll be a challenge for sure. And then Isaiah 9:6, I'm going to read to you today. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Isaiah 9:6. So, though God is one God, he identifies himself by many names throughout the Bible. These names reveal to us some of the aspects of his personality and the ways in which he deals with us. We see several of these names in one verse, which gives prophetic description of Jesus. Good morning, ladies. Thank you for joining. Wonderful. Though Jesus laid aside his glory when he came to earth, that was only a temporary veiling. Jesus is filled with all of the beauty and majesty of God, and he is wonderful. Colossians 2:9 tells us, for in him dwelleth all the fullness of the Godhead bodily. The second word we see or name is counselor. All of us need advice and counsel as we go through life. All of the wisdom that we will ever need is available to us through Jesus Christ. And 1 Corinthians 1, verse 30 says, but of him are ye in Christ Jesus, who of God is made unto us wisdom and righteousness and sanctification and redemption. That was 1 Corinthians 1:30. And then he is called the Mighty God. This is an expression of the power that Jesus possesses. Far from being just a good man or a great teacher, he was also completely God with all power and authority. And that can be found in Colossians 1:16. For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him. That is, again, Colossians 1:16. And then we see him as the everlasting Father. Jesus is not a created being. He is eternal and equal with the Father. He has always been God and always will be. That we see in Daniel 7:9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. That's in Daniel 7:9 once again. And then we see him as the Prince of Peace. Jesus provides us with a peace that is not dependent on our circumstances, but on his love and presence. And John 14:27 we see, peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Again, that's John 14:27. So these are just some of the names of God that we've gone over today. And just want to say what an incredible God we serve. He's amazing. So once again, he's wonderful. He's a counselor. He's the mighty God. He's the everlasting Father. He's the Prince of Peace. So your challenge for today is to come up with 3 names for God and the verses that explain what those names mean to us, okay? So come up with 3 different names for God and find the verses that explain what his characteristics are within that name. Thank you very much and have a great day.